Alright everybody, back on my Dragonfly. This is the base I'm going to use for the Dragonfly, and what I'm going to do is I bought this sheets of plastic resin from the model store, Evergreen. A lot of modelers use this. I have two at 1.5 millimeter in thickness. That focuses in right there. 1.5, and then the other one I have is 2 millimeter. But since I have two of the 1.5, I'm going to go ahead and use the 1.5. And what I came up with for an idea for this Dragonfly is I'm going to mount this back. I'm going to mount this piece back here, probably with some heat glue. It hopefully will hold. And then I'm going to use some cotton. I picked this up at a dollar store for a few bucks. I'm going to take the cotton and I'm going to put it across here, and I'm going to use, I diffused this one, but I'm going to use some white flickering LEDs. They're 5 millimeter, and I'm going to mount them in certain positions on the back side of this. And I know it's going to be a continuous flickering, but my idea is I'm going to give it a diorama of the Dragonfly flying through the clouds or near the clouds with a lightning effect behind it. And if it does turn out good, then I will film that as well. And as I go through the steps of making this up, I'll probably film that as well. I figured I'd share this with everybody on what I'm going to be doing for my Dragonfly. And everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, back on my Dragonfly base. I've had this running for a while and nothing, so I'm happy about that. I do have plenty of white flickering 5 millimeter LEDs in stock. This one I have 6, and in this one, this package here, I have 10. I did get these from HDAModelworks.com. Got to check their site out. They have a lot of LEDs for your model builds, so go check them out. That's HDAModelworks.com. I got my helping hands ready, plus my magnetic wire, green and red. The red will be positive and the green will be negative. I have my 6040 solder ready. You can see that, there you go. And that's my solder I'm going to use, and then my soldering gun. I think it goes up to almost 900 degrees. Go ahead and turn it on. I got it set at 850 to burn off this coating on this magnetic wire. You have to have the heat up pretty high, and I like that it don't take too long with this soldering gun that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. And with the 5 millimeter, you get your resistors, and the resistors are 470 ohm resistors. And like I have this one hooked up here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. This is still booting up to 800 degrees now. It's almost ready. I figured I'd share this with everybody and what I'm doing with the Dragonfly base. I'm going to probably make up 2 more and have 3 on the back side of this plastic, or not back side but front side. And go ahead and get started here. I figured I'd share this with everybody, what I'm doing with the Dragonfly base, and everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, back on my Dragonfly base. I diffused the other 2 5 millimeter flickering white LEDs with 320 grit sandpaper. I have about where I want the LEDs to be on this sheet of plastic. My next step is I'm going to take this, my handheld drill here, and my drill bit, and I'm going to drill one hole for each LED to run the wires to the back of the sheet of plastic. I'm going to set this all up, put some cotton on it, and film that too. When I hook this all up to power, I'm just going to hit it with some tape right here just to temporarily hold it down, and put the cotton down and hook it all up to power and see what that looks like, and I'll go ahead and film that too. I figured I'd share this with everybody on the Dragonfly Base, and everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, back on my base. I used a heat gun, glue gun for securing the LEDs to this sheet of plastic. I didn't use much. It worked fine. They're not going nowhere. As you can see, the heat shrink tubing I have on all three of the LEDs. On the positive side is where I have the 470 ohms resistor hooked up to. I guess you can run it either positive or negative. It don't matter where you put the resistor, but I usually put mine on the positive side. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here with the cotton. See how that turns out. I am using the big guy here. So my next step is I'm going to go ahead and glue the cotton down, and then get it ready for the spray booth. I figured I'd share this with everybody, and everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, back on my base. I applied the cotton with the heat glue, and it seems to be working fine. And I have it set up the way I want it with the cloud formation. I'm going to go ahead and hit some power here so everybody can get an idea. I think that looks pretty cool. Once I apply the paint to it, give it some color, it's going to really look cool. And it's going to really bring out that dragonfly a little bit more. So sometime this afternoon I'll take this down to the spray booth and hit it with some paint. I'm going to use watercolor based paint. I'll show that too, which should work fine with that cotton. So I figured I'd share this with everybody, what I'm doing with the dragonfly, and everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, back on my dragonfly base. I have it down in the spray booth. This is the little diorama I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be using this paint right here. I've had it for a while. I'm using the black and white that came with it. It came with red, yellow, blue, and green. I'll probably use some of that blue also for the sky in the background. These are the two colors I'm going to use right here. The OPEC black and the white. Mix them up, should give me a decent color gray. My little mixing cup. And then airbrush cleaner. I figured I'd share this with everybody what I'm doing with the dragonfly. I'm going to get started here. Once it's painted and I got it looking the way I want it, I'll film that too. And everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, back on my dragonfly base. I will say it's complete. All I have to do is hit it with some clear coat. I did use some dark earth and form some islands on the base. I used a couple blues. I know there's a crack right there along the middle. I could have filled that up, but I'm not going to worry about it. It looks pretty good. Right here where the hole is where the Dragonfly will mount. To the right I'll have the power switch. I'll have to drill that hole out. And over here is the clouds that I made up that'll mount onto the base. I can't wait till I get this all hooked up. I think it turned out alright. I used water-based colored paints. I have a lot of this paint laying around in my storage. It's Testors flat white. Before it goes bad, I used it for a base coat for the base. Ran on me a little bit. Then I used flanker blue gray. Number is 2132. I use this flanker blue. I use this French blue. Number looks like it's 2715. And I also used the dark earth for the islands that I made on the base. And the number for that is 2054. I'm going to use this Testors gloss coat for the base, cover it and protect the paint. I figured I'd share this with everybody what I'm doing with the Dragonfly base. Call this a wrap with the base, other than cutting a hole out for the power switch. And next step I'll do is put this together and mount the Dragonfly. And everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, back on my Dragonfly base. It's getting there. A little bit more work to do on the base. This is March 22nd, Sunday afternoon, a little after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What I'm going to do today is I cut the hole out for the power switch. I'm going to be hooking up the power switch with my magnetic wire, my helping hands, and have my soldering gun up to temperature for the magnetic wire. What I did with the base is on the back side here, I just screwed it in on the bottom here. As you can see, there's 4 screws instead of heat glue, and it's holding pretty well. And then there's a hole right there where the magnetic wire will go through and run through the bottom of the base. Hopefully, keep my fingers crossed, I'll have this done today, and then I can film it all hooked up. I'm going to have to build a little support thing on the inside of the base to hold the 9-volt battery. So I'm going to get started here. Figured I'd share this with everybody, what I'm doing with the Dragonfly base. Right here is the clouds. That's all going to light up. It's going to look pretty cool once it's all hooked up. So I'm going to get started here, and everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, back on my Dragonfly base. I'm buttoning this up, getting it finished today. I made a little box down here to hold the 9-volt battery in place. I put in the switch, main switch. I used just heat glue to keep it in place. The same with the little box I made for the 9-volt battery. And I cut a little stub here for the main rod that's going to hold the ship in place. It'll come down so far and stop. I mounted that and hit it with some heat glue. This is the power for the positive and negative for the cloud effect, lightning effect I'm going to have. I got that all wired up here. Looks like a mess. And now the next step I'm going to do is mount the Dragonfly to the base and wire that all up and solder everything together. and keep my fingers crossed that everything's going to turn out just fine. So I'm close to wrapping this up. I figured I'd share this with everybody on the Dragonfly Base. Here's what it looks like. Here's the switch. Right here where this hole is where the Dragonfly is going to go. And I'm going to get started again on this, and everybody have a good day.